Namaste. Yesterday we discussed about the ROM. Under memory types we have RAM and ROM. We have discussed about RAM and ROM in previous classes. Today we will discuss about the secondary memory. We are discussing the topic memory types. Under memory types we have primary memory and secondary memory. Secondary memory. Main primary memory is also called main. Is called auxiliary memory. Internal memory, external memory, core memory, backup memory. We have discussed about the primary, main, internal, core. That means core are same. Under primary memory, we have discussed about the RAM and ROM. RAM is volatile memory, ROM is permanent memory. Now we'll discuss secondary memory. Secondary memory. Under secondary memory, we have depending upon data access. Okay. Sequential memory. Okay. Direct access memory. Under sequential memory, we have tapes. Under sequential memory, we have tape. Under sequential memory, we have tape. Magnetic tape. That means magnetic tape. We have audio cassettes. Video cassettes. Now we are not using this. So under secondary we have depend upon data access, we have sequential memory, direct access memory. Under sequential memory we have magnetic tape, we have tape, that magnetic tape. Under magnetic tape we have audio cassette and video. Why it is called sequential memory? If we see 20 years back, we are using audio cassette to listen the music or song, and video cassettes are there to view the movies and some pictures. Okay, in this there is a tape. Inside this has got a magnetic tape. Example, if you remember this one, okay, these are the cassettes and this is the tape. Suppose I am listening a music, particular song, which is in first song. I am listening the first song one. After listening this one, I want to go to song 4. I want to listen song 4. There are n number of songs. There may be 10 songs. Example, there may be 10 or 20 songs. I am listening now song number 1. I want to listen song number 5. So directly it is not possible to listen the song 5. Means it is sequential. We can access the data in a sequence. So for that purpose, we can't directly jump to song number 5. If we want to go to song number 5, we have to wind the tape. Then by using some article, we have to wind the tape. That means we have to go sequentially. We have to go from song number 1 to song number 2, song number 2 to song number 3, song number 3 to song number 4. That means we have to go to sequentially. Sequentially, that means we can access the song sequentially, not directly. Directly we can go to song number 5. So that is called sequential memory. Sequential memory. In the video cassettes also, we have seen process. That means this is the video cassette. We have in this video cassette we can have n number of videos, movies, n number of movies. There is a magnetic tape. This is magnetic tape. We are watching movie number 1. We are watching movie. In this tape we have some movies. Now we are watching movie 1. After watching movie 1, okay, if you want to watch movie number 10, we have to rewind this tape. We have to rewind the tape. To because it access sequential. You can access data in this one also sequentially from video 1 to, that means movie 1 to movie 2, movie 2 to movie 3, movie 3 to movie 4. Like this we can access sequentially. Example, there are n number of steps. Like this. Okay. Now, if you want to go to step number 5, this is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5. If you want to go to step number 5, we have to step in step number 1. Next, we have to go to step number 2, step number 3, step number 4, step number 5. Like this, we can go sequentially. In the same way, here also we have to access the data sequence. That's why it is called sequential access memory. Sequential memory. Example, tape, magnetic tape, audio cassette, video cassette. Now coming to direct access. Under direct access we have hard disk, CD, DVD, and floppy disk, like this. We have hard disk, CD, DVD, and floppy disk. This secondary memory is also called permanent memory. The second memory is also called permanent memory. Why? Because permanently we can store data and programs in these devices. What is direct access? Now, what is direct access? Direct access means we can directly go to the required data and program. We can directly go to the required data and program. In sequential access, it is not possible to access the data directly. As you have to follow some sequence. Whereas in direct access memory, we can access the data directly. That means we can jump from any place. We can jump to any place. Suppose this hard disk have n number of files. This hard disk contains 2 types of files. Okay, maybe thousands. This hard disk contains 1000 number of files. Okay, it will hold only data file or program file. We can store the hard disk. Either it can be a data file or it can be a program file. Suppose there will be 500 data files and 500 program files. We can access any file out of 500. We can access any file from this hard disk at any place at any time. Okay, we can directly access. That means no need to go sequence. Suppose I have a region. The region may be in the 150, 150, 55, 150, 55. We can access directly that region by going to the directory. And CD, DVD comes on same category. CD, DVD, floppy drive, floppy disk comes on same category. This hard disk may be internal hard disk or external hard disk. The internal hard disk is within the system unit only. The internal hard disk is within the system unit only. This is the system unit. It have some drive, hard disk drive, right? Okay. We can fit this hard disk in the hard disk drive. Okay, hard disk drive within the system unit. So it is called internal hard disk. The hard disk is fitted in the system unit. It is called internal hard disk. The hard disk which is connected externally by using USB port. USB port is called external hard disk. And this is called internal hard disk. This is called external hard disk. So this hard disk comes to direct access. Okay. CD DVD is CD stands for compact disk. Where DVD stands for digital versatile disk. Okay, and there are BRD, Blu-ray disc, and floppy disk. Under floppy disk we have 8-inch, 5.25 inch, and 3-inch floppies. Now we are not using floppy disk. Floppy disk not diskette. Floppy diskette. Okay, we are not using this. Floppy is outdated. Now we are using CD, DVD, and we have even flash memory also. Is it flash memory? That means pen drive is also direct access memory. In this secondary memory, data is stored. Data and programs are stored permanently. Okay, that means it is not depends upon power. Okay, the data and programs does not depend upon power. We will compare RAM, ROM, and we will compare the depending upon, that means volatile memory. We will compare volatile memory with non-volatile memory. Volatile non-volatile. This is under volatile we have a RAM, and non-volatile we have ROM and secondary memory. All types of secondary memory. Example: hard disk, CD, DVD, BRD, and floppy disk, floppy diskette, okay, pen drive and tape, magnetic tape. We have under RAM, under volatile we have RAM only, and read random access memory, and non-volatile memory, volatile memory and non-volatile memory, volatile memory and non-volatile memory. Under volatile memory we have RAM, under non-volatile memory we have ROM, readable memory and secondary memory. This RAM comes under primary memory. Observe here, this RAM comes under primary memory, whereas all other secondary memories are comes under secondary memory, and other all disk under CD, DVD, BRD, floppy disk, pen drive, and magnetic all comes under secondary memory. So this is about the difference between volatile memory and non-volatile memory. Volatile memory and non-volatile memory. Hierarchy of memory. We will discuss hierarchy of memory. That means how many memories are there? RAM, ROM, hard disk, cache, register. First, hard disk. This is the hard disk. From hard disk, data is fetched to RAM. Even from RAM also, data is to RAM. Okay. Then cache memory, then register memory. This is the sequence. Okay. From hard disk, data file and program files are stored permanently in hard disk, and in RAM also, at the time of manufacturing, manufacturer will load the program data. The data or program which are in hard disk are fetched to RAM, random access memory, then it will go to the cache memory, then it will go to register. Tomorrow we will discuss about the cache memory and registers. Thank you.